Hello, friends. Today, let us talk about gemology, wearing gemstones. Does it really work or it doesn't? And if it doesn't work, why am I wearing one? And you will be surprised to know that I am wearing this gemstone which defeats the basic principle that we follow for wearing gems. Now, to make you understand this, first let me talk. How does this gemstones work for you? The first principle that I follow, so I'm not trying to, this is my point of view. This is what I have learned. This is what I have researched. This is what I have learned from my gurus. See, most of the people whom you visit, they look at your chart. When I say a chart, it's a horoscope. So they look at your chart and they say that one of the planet in your horoscope is debilitated, or in Hindi we call it as Nicha, which means the planet is lacking in strength. Now, if the planet is Nicha, they say so that we should try to bring up the planet by giving some strength. Now, what I have learned, that a Nicha planet, a debilitated planet, is almost like a planet which behaves or acts as a enemy planet or evil planet. That means it is sitting over there to harm you. So these people will suggest you to wear a stone of a planet which is debilitated in your chart, which means you can say that I have an enemy who is all set to harm me. He's coming my way, and when he's right in front of me, I am serving him with almonds, pistachio, and maybe Dabur Chyawanprash. I'm giving all the nutrients to him to come and kill me. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Instead, what is to be done is you have to look at which is the planet which is strong in your horoscope and try to enhance the quality of that particular planet. And it's always advisable, though there are two schools of thought and there are three in astrology. There are a lot of people will talk about one thing in two different ways. Now, what I follow is basically you should give strength to the planet who rules your Kendra house and Trikona house. That's the first principle I follow. Again, I am not trying to tell anyone. This is what I have followed, and this is what has given me result. And all the people who have worn the stone suggested by me, believe me, they have benefited. The stone, when I say of Kendra and the stone of Trikona, I mean to say the houses it rules would be house number 1, 5 and 9. This is a Trikona. And Kendra again is house number 1, 4, 7, 10. Now, if a planet rules both the Kendra as well as Trikona, that becomes a planet which is known as a Yoga Karaka. To give you an example, if you draw up a chart and Lagnesh happens to be number 2 written, which means Taurus or Vrishab Rashi, that simply means that your 9th and the 10th house is ruled by Saturn or Shani Dev, because that will become Capricorn and Aquarius. So Capricorn is a Trikona, Aquarius becomes your Kendra. So a Trikonapati and Kendrapati would be the planet which is going to be Saturn. But now, at the same time, I will even try to look for where Saturn is sitting. If it is sitting in the 6th house, 8th house and 12th house, I will say, though it is a Yogkara planet for you, but I will not suggest you to wear a Neelam, blue sapphire. But if Saturn is a Lagnesh, that means in the Lagna, if I see sign Capricorn or Aquarius, they say, and I believe, that Lagnapati, that is the Lagnesh or the Lord of the first house, will not harm you even if it rules the 12th, 6th and 8th house. I have tried it and I have got the result. That is why I can confidently talk about this. But what will happen? Now, back of my mind, I know that there are two schools of thoughts. One says you should not make a person wear a stone which rules the 6th, 8th and 12th house. The other thing says Lagnapati can be worn even if it rules 6th, 8th and 12th house. Now what I do, like any other doctor would do, will start with a mild dose just to see whether we are on the correct or we have diagnosed it correct and we are working correctly on the person. So I will never ask him to wear a Neelam, rather I will ask him to wear a stone called amethyst, which is a semi-precious stone. And believe me, with people there would be so many people out there who are right now listening to me, and each one will vouch for me and say, yes, I had asked them to wear a amethyst first, and if the amethyst gives good result in 6 months to a year time, then we will go for the stone blue sapphire, or it's called Neelam. So these are the principles that you need to follow before suggesting a stone. Now, there are many people who come to me and they say, when I look at them and when they come to me and they are physically in front of me and I see them wearing a stone, and then when I refer to that horoscope and I very humbly I ask them, who has suggested you a stone? He says, the village Pandit or whoever it is. And I know why the Pandit has done, why the astrologer has done. Simply because he says, because I am a Kumbh Rashi or Aquarius, because I am a Makar Rashi or Capricorn, because I am a Tula Rashi or Libra. So, and how are you Tula Rashi? Because the moon is sitting there. Most of the people wear the gemstone according to the moon Rashi, which is absolutely wrong. Because we have to see if that moon is sitting in the 6th house, 8th house and 12th house, even though it is your Rashi, it is going to adversely affect you. Believe me. It's always preferred to look, while suggesting a stone, look from the Lagna rather than moon. Moon is only considered as a central point or Lagnesh when you talk about Gochar or transit. And today, there are many astrologers who believe that even the transit, if you look from your Lagnesh, is more authentic and accurate than looking from moon. So I always tell people, whenever you're reading your forecast or something, refer to the Rashi as well as Lagna. Both the sign has to be looked and then come to a conclusion. There is literally a lot of confusion in people's mind, and they run into, they commit a mistake and then they say, okay, I wore this stone and in fact, it did wrong to me. And some people have got a thought, like they'll say, sir, I have worn it of Jupiter. Now Jupiter will never harm me. Arey, why? You have to understand what is a functional benefic and what is a natural benefic. A natural benefic, Jupiter, I agree. But if it is sitting in a wrong place in your chart, it becomes functional malefic for you. You cannot just say, this is a Shubh Grah, so Shubh thing will happen with me. Absolutely wrong. Don't get into all this, please. I would suggest you not to wear a gemstone rather than getting into all these things. Anyway, I just wanted to share my views on gemstones, and also I would like to tell you that there are some gemstones available in the market which are heated, treated, and which is actually made for imitation jewelry, and they look very nice, they look very beautiful, they look very, the color is like, it's very glossy. But believe me, the stone, the real stone, the natural stone will have a dull shade, or it will not be so attractive, but that is basically the stone you're supposed to wear. Lot many stones are coming from Bangkok. I don't want to get into this, but then that will not work. It's okay if you want to go for a party or something, you want to just show that I'm wearing a stone. That's a different issue. But if you really want to a stone to work astrologically, then please get it tested in the lab and buy one. Thank you so much. Have a great day. My next video coming. The nakshatra is Uttara Ashada. Thank you.